All right, everyone, we are back working on the new to us 2011 Honda Odyssey. You can see this is the tailgate. We are in the back. Took this whole panel off the back all the way to over there. Go ahead and scoot out of the way there. And we are replacing the cable for the rear automatic door. I've done this before on our 2004 Odyssey, which is 2 generations older, so it's a little different, but the principle is the same. Cable's broken. It's all is all bound up and had gotten itself wrapped around the wheel up there. So there's a wheel here that the cable from both sides wraps around, and then the motor spins one direction or the other to close or open the door. So the way this works is it pulls and pushes, or it pulls it back, and then it pulls it forward. But it's kind of one continuous cable. On the 2004 that we had, it actually was one complete continuous cable. So you wrapped it in the middle here, and then it attached to the door itself. So one loop went out that way, attached to the door over there. One went out the front and attached to the door on the other side. On this model, there are actually 2 distinct cables. So there's the one that runs all the way to the front. So this piece will go up and wrap around and attach to the door that side. And then this piece on this side will come in and attach. So that little piece right here will come in and attach right there. And there's a little mechanism that it rides in, which is this thing here. I'm not going to give a detailed overview of how it works, but the hardest part of this is just taking your time, getting all the panels out without breaking anything. And then the stuff in here is not that hard. In a minute, you have to go outside and actually disconnect the door from its track, which is just a little precarious because the door is kind of hanging free and you need to prop it up. And if you don't do it right, the door could slam into the car and scratch it. And so that's probably the part that's most intimidating to me. The rest of this is just putting a bunch of small pieces together and kind of figuring out how they go. So like right now, this is the piece that will actually sit like that up against the body from the inside, and it has a little piece of weather stripping, this little rubber weather stripping that keeps it sealed as it goes through, actually protrudes through the side of the car. So just getting all this put together, there's a little spin, there's a little wheel in there with a pin, and you got to take it out. And I'm just cleaning everything really well. There was a bunch of plastic gunk everywhere because you can see this cable on this model is actually lined, and when they break or they rust inside, this liner just gets shredded and it gets up and everything. So just cleaning that really good. It's interesting. I just commented to my wife how the 2004 model is quite a simpler design. It just has one cable, which I think is probably better because when it breaks, there's no confusion, there's no it'll open but it won't close sort of thing. And just little things like the spool, I don't remember it perfectly, but the spool on the 2004 was probably twice the diameter of this, and the cable was much thicker. I don't think it was lined, so there's probably a trade-off there, but it just seems like, I don't know, my generic observation is that all of the newer vehicle, everything is quite a bit lighter weight. I assume the motor is smaller, and you can see that when they have to make up for, there's a little airbag unit that goes up there. There's a massive subwoofer back here on a family minivan. There's the electronics here for that. The one here is for power. That's actually for a 120 volt power, and then that is for audio control for the rear, or for the headphones for the rear. And then you've got a charging port back here, and all that little weight adds up. And so I think to keep the vehicles efficient, they have to cut weight other places. I think the one place where things seem to have really improved in the past couple of years is just the rust prevention and the sealing. I mean, everything is sealed so well. This vehicle happens to be particularly clean for a 2011 with 270,000 miles on it. There is no rust anywhere on the body, other than some surface stuff where there's some scratches. But there's no actual, wear rust coming from the inside where it's actually rusting out. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty clean. We'll vacuum all that out. But just taking our time right now and trying to do as good a job as we can so this lasts for the life of the vehicle for us.